He's so insightful and intelligent, handsome, sexy. Handsome.
Now tell him the real stuff.
He's a nightmare. He's drunk all the time.
I think with Larry, the biggest thing and what makes him so special is that he's so adaptable.
At some point, Mark said, you know what, we promised this war between these two and we haven't really delivered yet. So how about a big, fat fight between the two of them? So there it is.
The fight scene was kind of a bigger deal than we usually do. We weren't on location.
We still don't have the final pages for that scene, so we don't know yet exactly positively how we're going to use that church for what is going to be a catfight between Gabrielle and Sister Mary. A general idea of the areas that we can work in, the type of mechanics that we would need to stage the fight with, and basically putting together a grab bag of options.
They go to the location, they scout it, and then all that comes to our department, and we get whatever they need there. There's about 52 pieces of equipment for the show, and that is comprised of makeup trailers, wardrobe trailers, the actors' dressing rooms, what we call a honey wagon, which is basically a combination of restrooms and small dressing rooms.
Walker? Action, Gabby.
The problems in your marriage aren't going away. But you certainly are. You missed a spot.
Let's cut.
This is Larry's family. Oh, you need a minute? Women fighting.
Now I want to show you something with this slap. When you slap, you're going to go right across the eyes. It's a big slap, and it's going to turn your shoulders. Let's shoot. Action.
Hey, Mark.
I love the nun fight. Because it's just so ironic that she's beating up a nun on an altar in a church. That's just comedic in itself.
They should actually just roll in. Maybe they could roll across and then roll back.
When we're rolling around on the ground on top of each other, there's actually a trick to that, to where you use the momentum of the other person. So we're rolling and rolling, and the whole time, which you don't see it because it's a wide shot, but we're laughing the entire time, giggling and giggling and giggling. And Larry's like, cut!
Got it. We're not going to set an actress on fire, so we have a fire double.
All right, we're fueling.
How do we extinguish the fire? We're talking about these banners that we'll have to fabricate, to pull down, to use to smother the flame. Putting out the fire with Jesus saves. So I think we can anticipate having some sort of, descriptive term on the banner.
In theory, this is a comic, ridiculous fight with a nun. In that moment when she catches on fire, Gabby suddenly has to save her. And you have this moment, this very kind of frightening and real. And then suddenly the nun bites her. And so there's a comic scene that we've put one straight beat of kind of straight drama, where the characters fall back into, hey, we're people. We got to deal with this.
Not everybody wants to see a nun getting beat up. But it was comical. It was very funny.
On the set is really, where I live, as far as, a day-to-day, what you do. But when you're in the editing room, you make the movie. The editor will have the film probably for 2 more days, maybe 2 or 3 days before I see it. Say it again, Jonathan.
She throws like a nun.
You know why? Because she's throwing to miss. See, that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, that works.
It's where you can fine-tune and find the ultimate editorial rhythms that support the comedy. See, right there is music. And so one of the things we do with music is counter-score it. That is kind of the trademark of the show.
Such an absurd scene. I started scoring it more sort of funny, like, oh my God, this is a nun in a church and she's on fire. It's just ridiculous. And then I threw that out and I thought, wait a minute, these 2 women want to kill each other. And it's been building up for how many episodes? So I started over, and I think it plays funnier that way.
Doing a television show, you're under all these pressures to do it quick and do this and that, and there's so many things, and you can take your eye off the very central ball, which is when you're done and you've said print and you're in the editing room, that's it. Cut. Thank you.
Good.
The theme is united in the end montage, which takes each of the little bits of story that each of the girls has and kind of finishes them. And then Poker Game is a strong visual of that, them facing each other off and saying it's to the death.
But for some, surrender is unacceptable.
Well, Bree, what are you gonna do?
Even though they know it will be a fight.
I'll raise you.
To the death.
I really need to focus here.
There are big challenges, there are hard things to do, but this is a blast of a job.
It's a really fun episode, and it just turned out well, and it was beautifully directed and written pretty well, and you know, as usual, the actors did a great job.
You have no idea. It's always a collaborative effort.
Sometimes we work really hard, but there is nothing to me that is better than working hard, sweating, being exhausted, and knowing that you nailed a scene and that the audience is going to enjoy it.
Not your typical comedy, and we're not your typical drama.
The cast is phenomenal. The crew is amazing. You have such a thing.
See how much fun we have in here? Don't you want to be in here every week?
Yeah, episode 213 is...
I've been waiting for